But now it's time to attack, and then they shoot a Biju bomb. Well, what would happen here? From what we've established,
Tableau.
Nothing.
Like, let me just show you.
No, don't do it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so today we got kind of a different video from what I usually do. Also something that you guys probably would think from this channel that I'd be kind of against, which is anime, which essentially, I guess we'll just put this at the start anyways, because we're here. We're already here now. Essentially, when it comes to like stuff like video games, anime, blah blah blah, my opinion is, as long as you can do it in moderation. And I think the main issue is obviously people don't do it in moderation, but we're not here for that. We're not here for that. Today we're here reacting to why Gold Experience Requiem is broken, and you know what I'm saying, we can get into a little bit of, you know what, I just like this character. It's from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm not sure if I said that already, but JoJo's become one of my favorite series over the past, from December last year essentially, because I caught up at around September, to the anime anyways, to September this year. And yeah, we're gonna react to it. We're gonna see, you know what I'm saying, why Gold Experience Requiem is broken. I also want to talk about other characters as well that, you know, let's get straight into it.
Main character loses to Giovanna, the strongest character of your universe. Huh. Say hello to Giorno. That's the strongest move of your verse? Psh, guess who beats that? Giovanna.
And the funny thing with Gojo is, actually, let me move my phone. The funny thing with Gojo is that, yo, his whole power is called Infinity. You know what, let's get. I'll say all my explanations at the end.
Now,
if you've the interesting part will be at the end.
About fictional characters and have that one JoJo friend, you've probably heard things like this. Giovanna and his evolved stand Gold Experience Requiem are a known problem solver when it comes to versus battles. There are a lot of people that hear that he's broken, but why is it? And how far do his abilities
because
go?
He is broken.
Well, we'll be going over that here. But before we do, a large percentage of the people that do frequently watch my content are subscribed. So if you do watch me a lot, feel free to sub. It helps a lot. It's free. And
same here. Listen to him. Same here for my channel as well.
Gold Experience Requiem has the power to revert actions and willpower to zero. Well, what is zero? Let's look at our primary example in Diavolo. Here we can see Diavolo talking down to Giorno. This is the state of zero here. After this, he goes on to attempt to strike Giorno and take him out. But it turns out that he's never actually left his initial spot.
Tableau. Tableau.
We see him try to take out Giorno, but that event never happened.
W if you know where that's from.
All the time that passed after that point of zero didn't actually happen. That is Gold Experience Requiem's revert to zero ability. Now, some may be thinking, well, wait, I've seen something like this before, and you probably have. A typical connection that I see people make is Itachi's Izanami.
Oh yeah,
I've even
Izanami.
seen people make the connection
yeah.
to Yoshikage Kira's Bites the Dust, but that just covers the loop aspect of it. What makes GR so special isn't just the ability, it's the range and level that it's used at. So to do that, we must look again to Diavolo. Diavolo's stand is King Crimson. With its ability, it can erase.
By the way, for you guys who haven't watched JoJo and you're one of them people that like watched everything else but JoJo, please watch JoJo. JoJo is a top tier. Actually, then again, me saying that, I'm a Netflix bomb because that's where I found it. Let's continue.
And see into the future, both up to 10 seconds.
But watch JoJo.
Now,
watch JoJo.
To manipulate time itself is a considerably large feat, as it's the fourth dimension, or well, how it's normally interpreted. Imagine this: if life, or well, consciousness, perceives everything in 3 dimensions, time itself stands out of it. Now imagine this: Diavolo stands outside of time with the ability to manipulate it. That makes him a threat with 4th dimensional capabilities. But seeing as that it's a 10-second time limit, he's most likely on the lower end of it all, as characters do similar things but with no limit present. But now there's Gold Experience Requiem, who stood outside of Diavolo's time erasure with the ability to revert it. They stood outside of the outside. So considering in just this ability alone, they define themselves as a...
Yeah, I know. For anyone who hasn't seen this, yeah, I can't lie, it's like confusing. It is confusing, I'm not gonna lie to you, but like it makes sense once you watch it. Like I promise you, yeah, once you watch it, yeah, like everything he's saying, yeah, does make sense. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's just, yeah,
extremely powerful character, seeing as now they're not the same level of fourth dimensional capabilities. Gold Experience Requiem puts itself fairly high up in comparison to many characters out there. So let's put this into practice. To use an example, say we have Naruto and Kurama. They're cool, neutral mindset.
Yep.
This is happening now. But now it's time to attack, and then they shoot a Biju bomb. Well, what would happen here? From what we've established,
time loop.
Nothing would happen here. Gold Experience Requiem can and would.
That's why I know there's a few people that obviously they haven't watched JoJo, so they're probably thinking, oh yeah, Naruto with KCM, yeah, can easily be nah. I don't know if Jorno can be Naruto, but Naruto cannot be Jorno. It just won't work. It won't work. Nothing works.
It revert the action and mind state of Naruto back.
See, I can't lie. This is the reason why I do like anime though, because it's like, here's the thing, like especially compared to these comics nowadays. Comics nowadays are pretty trash. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Actually, I feel like I don't know if I've done a video on comics nowadays, so I probably do need to, you know what I'm saying, get on that. But anime and / manga nowadays is just a ton better than comics right now, and stuff like this is the reason why. Like, I know JoJo is an old series. JoJo is like, you know what I'm saying, JoJo is old. JoJo is an old series. So yeah, this came time ago, innit? But it's just stuff like that, like stuff like this is still like present in modern day manga as well. Like this is the reason why it's actually so interesting. This is the reason why probably a lot of people get into it. Well, that and the fight scenes as well, but. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the reason why I'm so interested as well. Because when you put like someone like Giorno against like a stronger character, that's just I don't know why, but I just love thinking about stuff like that. Like, what happens when you put Giorno against Goku? Who wins? All I'm gonna say is that I don't know if Goku can kill Giorno. I don't think he can. I'm not sure if he can. And that's the beauty of it. I don't know if I don't think he can. Like, you'd assume Goku wins, but if the way it go, I'm not sure. Okay, let me let the video finish here, and I'll go on to Goku versus Giorno in a second.
Back to the neutral point before the attempt. Nothing gets done. Now, this doesn't automatically mean that Giorno has won. This situation means that there's just going to be no progress whatsoever
nothing
in
happens.
the fight. Because let's consider the characters that we have here. We know that Naruto is strong. He's taken a lot of beatings and given a lot of them too. Let's say that we take Naruto down to a point of the biggest thing that he could do is just destroy an entire country in one go, right? Let's just lowball him to that extent.
What do you think happens?
The largest thing that he can get hit by is a move of, let's say, the same caliber. Country level attack potency and durability for the sake of the scenario. In what small time that we had with Gold Experience Requiem and the feats that we've seen with regular Gold Experience, it would be pretty hard to put Giorno on that level of strength, right? So say that Giorno can't harm Naruto to damage like that. He can't win off of his strength alone. Then there's Naruto, who can't harm Giorno at all. With both fighters unable to do anything, you call this a stalemate, as nothing is progressing. Now, there are arguments that I've seen about the potential capabilities of GER, and that's great. Like, let's say this becomes a war of attrition, or Giorno has time.
Yeah, I also get into this as well, because potentially, this is the reason why I like, because potentially, yeah, a power like Gold Experience, for you guys who are confused, essentially his power is he can give life to inanimate objects, and he can reset things to 0. He might have more powers, but we don't know because it was never explained. But those are his main powers: give life, reset to 0. So if someone attacks Giorno, he resets it to 0. So nothing actually happened. The attack never went through. Like, you could be mid punch, you just get reset back. Like nothing happened. Nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? Giorno didn't even know what happened because it just reset to 0. I don't actually. Maybe Giorno does know what happened, but like you just get reset essentially. It's like I was watching this other video. It's like in a fighting game, yeah, where you're in practice mode and you press the touchpad and then it resets. That's essentially what he did.
Time to try different life giver forms to defeat Naruto. Like we're switching it up. Oh, we're creating a snake with poison stronger than purple haze, and this is finally gonna get to Naruto because he has the time for it because they're consistently just looping and looping and looping, and sooner or later Giorno wins the fight. That's one of those scenarios, but that's not necessarily the conversation I'm trying to have here. The idea is that Giorno can stalemate a lot of fictional characters out there. He can definitely defeat a lot of them too, like just completely outright within his like strength and everything, but it's the idea that he has this power to stalemate characters that would in most cases completely take him apart down to the very atom. Frieza can blow up Earth and breathe in space. That doesn't really matter because he'll never get the opportunity to blow the Earth up, as Gold Experience Requiem will revert every action to 0. Things like that. That's a ridiculous power, and it's all Giorno to hold. Or well, more so just Gold Experience Requiem, as it's the one in control here. In addition to the unfathomable...
Yeah, interesting thing about Gold Experience... Excuse me if you heard that, but, because I burped. But an interesting thing about Gold Experience Requiem as well is that it's a stand here. And I know I'm nerding out here, but it's a stand here that essentially... it's automatic, but it's not automatic because Giorno can command it, but like it also works by itself. So if it sees something, like if Giorno doesn't see it, yeah, like if someone tries to shoot him in the back of his head, yeah, and he doesn't see it, if Gold Experience Requiem realizes it, reset to 0. So Giorno doesn't even have to, he doesn't actually have to know what's happening. He can get assassinated, and as long as Gold Experience Requiem knows what's happening, it gets reset to 0. That's why it's just that's why it's broken. It's like he doesn't even have to. Yeah, he doesn't even have to be looking at the person. He doesn't even need to know what's happening, and he will get protected bit essentially.
Strong ability that is reverting to 0. We also have the infinite death loop.
Oh yeah.
The infinite death loop is what I believe to be an extension of the revert to 0 ability. Yeah. If Gold Experience Requiem were to kill you, you would experience death infinitely. It's more so actually that
it's because your death gets reset to 0.
What will kill you does happen, but you never actually reach the end or the death itself because the next death situation occurs right after that. You never get the release of death, and then that just continues infinitely. So, well, what's happening here? Well, the infinite death loop is a manipulation of reality. Usually, when there's a cause of death, there's the effect that is death following suit right after. Gold Experience Requiem manipulates reality to where the effect doesn't necessarily exist in the situation. It just becomes another cause. In addition to that, every death is different from the last. So, when considering the extent of the power that Gold Experience Requiem has, it's safe to say that this is not your usual suspect. The best opponents you can find for Giorno usually happen to be the ones that put his capabilities into question, the ones that challenge his causality or reality manipulation, all that. There are many characters out there in fiction, but that's not necessarily the case when it comes to JoJo. And that's Gold Experience Requiem. Thank you all for watching.
Okay, so go subscribe to Caleb. I think IA is his name. Yeah, Caleb IA. But essentially, yeah. So let's get into a little bit of because the main characters, the main heavy hitters we'd be looking at. So Goku versus Gold Experience Requiem. Goku doesn't have anything that's 5th dimensional that can stop getting reset to 0. So Goku stalemates with Giorno, at least as far as I know. Maybe I'm forgetting a certain power he has, but I'm pretty sure he just stalemates with Giorno because he can't kill him. Of course, Giorno can't kill him, but like reset to 0. The only person I think from Dragon Ball that can actually kill him, I think, is Zeno. I'd assume Zeno, but Naruto, as he already said, reset to 0. Gojo, that is an interesting one that I actually want to talk about, because we've seen that Giorno can reset things to 0. So technically, Giorno should be able to, if he's able to affect other people the way he can, he should be able to reset Gojo's infinity to 0. I don't think a lot of people have ever thought about that. Like, imagine Giorno versus Gojo. Couldn't Giorno just reset his infinity to 0? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, can't Gold Experience just reset infinity? Like, if Gold Experience, cause I'm not sure if it's just if he sees it as a threat, but Gold Experience does see the infinity as a threat, and it probably would. It just reset it to 0, because the opposite of infinity is 0. That's why I love that's why I love Jordan Javale so much, because that power, that resetting to 0 seems like such a weak, well, not a weak power, but it just seems such a power. But then when you think about it, there's not many people that can stand up. Like, I'm trying to think of any other characters that Saitama. Well, I mean, Saitama's in the Goku case. It's like, well, reset to 0. Who else? I'm trying to think of a heavy hit, like a heavy hitter that has like I can't think of any of them, anyways. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I can't lie. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a break, because, you know what I'm saying, I've essentially queued up a bunch of 45-minute videos, so I just want to give you guys a little bit of a break, you know what I'm saying, and to show you guys that yes, I do watch anime, just not at least to the extent that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't watch it all the time. Like, I tried to watch Demon Slayer season 2, and I got like 6 minutes into the second season, and I was just like, yeah, it was one of the ones where it's like, I was like, I got other stuff I need to do in it. So like, here's the thing, I would like to get more into like different types. Like, I want to try and get into One Piece, but 1,000 episodes. Yeah, catch me maybe in 2 years. Maybe in 2 years. Maybe in 2 years we'll find out. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. If you like my commentary and are new to the channel, please leave a like and also subscribe, because that very much helped me out. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I was missing? You know what, if you guys want me to do, if you guys like this video, you know what I'm saying, this is just a quick video. If you guys like this video, obviously, I'll do some more videos on other anime characters. Maybe do a tier list, because, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm actually interested in like stuff like power scaling. Yes, I'm nerding out right now. But other than that, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.